All right, good morning, everybody. We are recording for our YouTube channel, and we are going to kick off our pre-market analysis. And just hope everyone had a great holiday weekend, Christmas, celebration with the family. I know I certainly did. I know Taj, you certainly did as well, as we were just commenting right before this pre-market analysis. So, just like with every day. We do our pre-market analysis. So Taj and I, we've got about our top, maybe anywhere between 5 to 10 stocks, each of us, that we are ready and prepared to provide a technical analysis on, and just to lay out exactly how we're going to play them. So I know we got some new people in the live trading room. Welcome to the live trading room. And if this is your first day in the live trading room, what you can expect is the following. You can tune in to Taj's live stream where he's streaming his charts. Both him and I are on the microphone, so we will call out live our entries and exits and profit taking areas and stop losses, our risk reward ratios, right, throughout the entire morning. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments or anything, you could text in the live trading room text channel, and Taj and I are always monitoring it so that we can get back to you guys live on the microphone. So with that being said, let's kick this day off. I'm actually pretty surprised that 2 days before the new year, there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of activity going on. And as you guys can see here in the research channel, I did post a lot of stock alerts. I did post up some earnings, gap up, gap downs, and some analyst upgrades. I was very surprised to find a lot of upgrades today, just 2 days before the holidays. And the reason why is because typically the analyst community going into the holidays and to the New Year's tend to be a little slow because they're taking the days off as well. But we've got a pretty active morning. So I'm going to kick it off with Alibaba. Taj did a great job. The last trading day, I think it was, Thursday? Taj called to short Alibaba from 2 different entry points. And hey, had you played it with us, you would have made a lot of money. I know some people here just took Alibaba short and made their daily profits just on that stock. Today, Alibaba is getting hurt again. The Alibaba shares actually in the Hong Kong stock exchange, I think, ended down anywhere between 7 to 8%, and fact check me if I got that wrong, but I know it's somewhere around those lines. And today Alibaba's gapping down about 5 points, bless you. And but Alibaba's executive team came out and they're trying to stabilize the stock, right? And what I mean by that is they came out and said they're going to increase the stock buyback program to $10 billion from $6 billion. So they're bumping it up by $4 billion so that investors can calm down, right? Because let's pull up a long-term chart on Baba here for a second. I'm pulling up a 120-day chart, or you can even pull up a 1-year chart on it, and just look at that massive gap down from 254 range down to 211, where it set a bottoming tail bar on the prior day's daily chart, and now it's still gapping down. The RSI on the daily is 22, so this is really getting oversold. However, just because it's already oversold doesn't mean it doesn't have more downside to it, potentially, right? I'm not biased on an intraday basis. I'm not saying let's go out of the gates and short it. I've got some levels marked up. So right now, if it breaks above 218.50, you could probably take some long and put stops at right here, 217.50, so that'd be a $1 risk, right? That's a short little play right there you can take. If it rallies, I'm definitely going to take that trade. However, if it breaks down 217.50 and comes down towards 215.11, and if that level breaks, we can possibly visit the prior day's low, which is 211 and change. So honestly, let's just see where the momentum is going and take it from there. I can tell you that there are a lot of options contracts being traded for call options on Baba. I saw a lot of open interest and high activity with 250 calls, 280 calls on Alibaba. So a lot of people are betting that Baba is going to rebound a little bit. But mind you, these call options are for like March and May. So they're giving it time for the rebound on Alibaba. And I do believe Alibaba is going to rebound in the long term, but we are day traders, so let's just focus on today's chart. But that's what I'm marking up here so far. Another name that I like is Apple. Apple's just beasting it out this morning. Closed out prior day at 131.97. Today's gapping up 2 points. If it breaks above 134.30, we are breaking out of the highs that is set several days ago. And I think this can go on for another run. I remember Taj and I explicitly saying that Apple, it is not impossible for this stock to break all-time highs within a couple of weeks from that announcement, from the big rally and that breakout of the consolidation that we saw a week or two ago. So I like Apple again this morning. It is gapping up pretty strong right now, so we have to just wait for proper entry points. But right now I'm marking up 134. If it breaks above 134, I think we could take a long, try to break out of the 134.30, which was the high from a couple days ago, and just rip to the upside. If it does sell off, let it sell off. We can probably short it, right? And then put our stops at 134 if that's where the market wants to go. So once again, mark up your charts, mark up these key levels that we're mentioning, because wherever the market wants to go, that's where we'll ride the wave. Tesla is another stock that's on my watch list today. I had it, so I love the early sell-off at like 7 o'clock. It actually was flat on the day, went a little red, rallied back up, broke out of this 666 level that I had marked up in pre-market, and has not come back since. At this point, guys, Tesla is just unbelievable. This thing wants to just go to 700. So if that's what Tesla wants to do, let's ride it up to 700, man. At this point, I mean, what the hell? So everyone kept saying, oh, once it was going to join the S&P 500, it was going to sell off. They cannot be further from being wrong. I mean, it is just, look at it. I mean, it speaks for itself, right? So at this point, if Tesla wants to break pre-market highs of 676, I'll go with probably 680 calls, and I'll have to put my stops at 674. If it does break below 674, let's wait to see maybe if there's some reversal action that occurs and we get a more rip to the upside. All right, so that's my idea on Tesla. Plan, PLAN, a very, very small, lightly traded volume stock in pre-market right now. But what I really like about it is that this analyst came out, Needham, raised it to $95, and literally is telling the entire market that this is their 2021 best idea conviction list stock for 2021. They're putting their eggs into this stock right here. Like, they're saying that this is their best idea for 2021. Typically, when an analyst comes out and gives their best idea for 2021, you normally have a lot of buying that occurs. It is very lightly traded in pre-market. So this is going to be a B-list stock for me, but I want to keep an eye on it today. It is gapping up into all-time highs. And if this thing wants to rip higher, I mean, we can play it for very easy money. Because, once again, when an analyst comes out and adds a stock to their conviction list, it tends to go on a run. So that's a B-list stock for me. Another name I like is FUBO. So as you guys remember, on Thursday I shorted FUBO and got some quick money on it. FUBO is gapping down today in pre-market. It is bear flagging. It's holding the low of 39.70. So if FUBO breaks below 39.70, I'm going to go in for a short on this one. If it rips higher than 41, we could probably pay for a bounce up to 42 and change. But I'm more inclined on the short end of it. But let's just see how it plays out today. Boeing. Boeing is a name that I want to keep an eye on today. The 737 MAX starting tomorrow, I believe. American Airlines is going to start flying the 737 MAX. I have a flight in February, and it's on a 737 MAX, and I'm kind of not happy about it because I really don't trust that plane. They've got a big PR problem, and I'm one of those people that I just don't like it. I'm gonna try to change my flight, by the way. I'd rather drive up to where I'm going than to fly on that plane. But nonetheless, I digress. I'm a day trader right now. So, so this is good news for Boeing. And because it's good news, I think we should keep Boeing on our watch list for today. So right now, with the way it's trading in pre-market, I like this consolidation. If we see it ripping to the upside and breaks above 220, woo, go long, baby. I think this is going to be nice, and we can put our stops at 118.60, for the time being until we see some higher lows being set in on the stock. So keep an eye on Boeing for today. And we've got some movers that are like cheaper stocks, small cap stocks that I don't normally play, but I want to keep an eye on them. MYOV, DPW, and IDEX. These are just cheap names that are gapping up, a lot of volume. I am not going to have them on my A list because, once again, I'm a large cap momentum trader. So that type of style takes me away from these small cap stocks. Not to say that I don't trade small caps, but I am more inclined to trade the blue chip stocks and the large cap stocks, right? Like the ones I've already mentioned. But I will keep them on my B list. If we see some curling on IDEX, we can go long on the stock. It is a cheap stock, so this is one that you can load up on. I don't know if they trade options. We could check that out. DPW, the way I see it, if it breaks above 450, go long, put your stops at 420. That's a 30-cent risk on that stock. So for every 1,000 shares you take, that's a $300 risk you're taking. And you can probably make, let me see, this high. I don't know if that's a bad tick, but 470 seems like was a pre-market high. And this stock, yeah, I mean, on the daily chart, I don't see why it couldn't hit 480, $5 if the momentum is true and if volume kicks in, right? So that's kind of like what I'm looking at for that one. MYOV pre-market high is $32. This thing is setting up a nice base already, curling up. So at this moment, man, I mean, you'd have to put your stops at like $27, right? If you took it right now at this price. I would love to see a little bit more consolidation and then a rip to the upside, like maybe like a bull flag setup. But at this moment, I can't take it at this time. And especially if it just rips to the upside, I have to wait for a setup. I can't chase a stock that has gone parabolic and risk getting a pullback on it and losing money within the first like 5 minutes of the day, So I've got to wait for a bull flag on this one. But what I like about it, guys, is that these three names that I just mentioned, there's volume, there's activity, a lot of day traders are in it. So we follow the herd, right? In the sense of we follow where the volume is in the stock market. And I just noticed the time. I'm so sorry, Taj. Let me just pass it on to you because
no, you're good, man.
Yeah, man. So my bad. There's more names I didn't even mention. So QS, AMD, and BLNK. Those are three other names. So Taj, take it away, my man.
Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and start off with one of the names that you just highlighted, BLNK. I really like BLNK. Extremely strong day that it had. What day was it? Thursday. I was gonna say Friday for some reason, but on Thursday, BLNK was able to break out of this little mini bull flag that it had. It did pull back right to a couple days ago high. However, what I like that's going on today is we have some nice bull flag action happening during the pre-market hours. We're back up near the $53 price range, and if you look, kind of here on the 15-minute time frame, we can see the larger time frames, is that it's starting to form a bull flag right at this upper portion of the trading action that occurred on Thursday. So what that means is if BLNK can have some momentum out of the gates, there's a good chance we could retest that all-time high of $54. Now, the main thing I like about it is usually when a stock has real momentum hitting all-time highs on that initial day, breaking out of a bull flag, there's usually continuation that next day. So this will really be the day to tell whether or not BLNK is going to continue that momentum, stall out, or have a pullback to its averages. I don't believe it's overbought. Let me actually check the RSI. So the RSI is around At the close of Thursday, it was near 75. It's probably a little higher now. But as you know, for EV names, 75 on the RSI is like the new 50 on the RSI. I don't know what's going on, but these things love hitting like 90 on the RSI. So
right now it's at 76.70 with pre-market data.
So it's at 76.70, but we've seen EV names go up to like 93, 94, 95 on the RSI. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the stock continue its movement to the upside. So that's BLNK is actually going to be on my B list, but I just wanted to highlight that real quick since Alex brought it up. Another name I really like, BABA. And ever since about 5-10 minutes ago when Alex brought it up, it was trading at 217. And, called for the short. Hey, if it breaks 217, we can look for the short. And look what happened. Of course, during the pre-market, it breaks 217. It's now down near 215. So, BABA, as you can see, there's a lot of volume being picked up on the stock. We just traded near 200,000 shares on the prior 5-minute candle. We're already surpassing 120,000. We still have 3 minutes left on this candle. So there's going to be a lot of price action with BABA. So as us as traders, that's what we want to be on. We want to be where the action is. So I really like BABA today. I actually hope it continues to trade down further because I will actually pick up some out-of-the-money calls on it. Now, remember, if you're going to swing any type of options contract, make sure you give yourself some time. So I will have to do that. But I think, Bob is just taking such a beating. Looks like that beating may continue today. But if it continues to trade down near that $200 price level, the 190, I'll look to pick up some call options.
I'm gonna do the same thing as you, man.
Yeah, man, it's too much. It's too much now, especially for trading down near $200. Just a month and a half ago, BABA was trading at its all-time highs of $319. And now you're looking at $200. That's a severe discount on the stock. So
30% haircut. The stock's gonna go bald.
So one thing that was pretty funny about BABA, we mentioned on I think it was actually Thursday when it was taking that beating, mentioning some support levels. And I was mentioning the support levels between 212 to 211. And if you actually look at where the bounce occurred, I think we're actually finished in the trading room by here. But big bounce happened actually right at 211.20. And the reason is because there was huge support here right at 211.82. So you knew that price range of 212 to 211 could serve as a nice support level. So we'll have to see what happens if BABA approaches that level again today. If we get some double bottom action start to happen there, we could really look to load up on some longs and have great risk rewards to the upside with huge potential returns on a play like that. Another name that I really like, it's actually right on my A list, is Plug. So Plug is actually trading above Thursday's highs, or is this Thursday high? Wednesday's highs, all-time highs. I believe this is all-time highs. It's at least the 52-week high of 37.11. The pre-market high today was actually 37.91. And then right at 7 a.m. we had a big sell-off candle. But we're starting to recover some of the losses that had incurred right at that 7 a.m. candle. So the thing I really like about it is that it's still holding that high from Wednesday, that 37.11. It's trying to break out above that. We see some flagging action happen here during the pre-market hours. And if this thing continues, look on the daily. What do we have setting up here? We break out above here. Bull flag. Nice bull flag into an all-time high. These next few days, we want to look for those A+ setups because I think, the market may lose a little steam. I could be wrong because, we have things like the stimulus bill being passed and whatnot. So that could add some fuel to the markets. However, let's look for those A+ setups. This is one right here. We have a bull flag on a daily chart into its all-time highs. Boom. Let's keep an eye on it. This is something that has the potential for a huge reward. We break out above this 37.20 level, 37.30. We can see this test that 37.91 level easily. It picks up some momentum. So Plug is going to be at the very top of my list along with BABA. And then another name, like Alex mentioned, is Apple. I won't go into too much detail about it because Alex did a great job of explaining everything. But I really do like what's happening right now during pre-market. You're having a nice consolidation here. I would have liked to play it here if it broke above that 133.78 level.
Right.
However, during pre-market it already happened, but we're getting a nice stall in the price action here. So maybe if we could see a break above 134, we can look to play some longs and continue that momentum and test that 134.41 level. And if we break above that, all-time highs are right there.
Yep.
Right near 138. So I really, really like Apple for the day. The last name that I like is BLNK. Did I already go over BLNK?
I think you did. Yes, you did. It was one of the first ones you did.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, that was gonna be my last name. But just to give you guys a quick rundown, again, my A list is going to be Plug, Baba, Apple, and then my B list is going to be BLNK. I like the FUBO as well, and then the MYOB as well.
Nice.
Oh, and the last name is XL. That's also going to be on my B list. And the reason I like XL is because look how much trading is going on during the pre-market hours.
Yeah.
This thing is being traded nicely. Nice clean chart, not really too much chalkiness going on. 20,000 shares plus every single candlestick. And I just want to see if XL can maybe test that high at 35 again. Because if we can, that would actually be a bull flag breakout on its daily chart. So something that I'm just going to keep, kind of monitoring throughout the day. However, I like the potential of it. So that's also going to be on my B list. But that's pretty much it for me, guys.
Nice.
A couple minutes here before the market opens. So, take notes on a lot of your favorite plays that you like here, some of the setups we mentioned. Just keep a close eye on that. Trade light. Don't try to go for home run swings. And let's get some base hits under our belt and then go for that big swing.
Exactly, man. Yeah, my A list is going to be Apple, Tesla, Baba, Boeing, XL, BLNK already popping. So we got 2 minutes left before the market opens. For everyone on YouTube, comment below and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and join our community. It's for free, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.